Hi, this is the second in my series of what I'm calling Metaphysics and You. And this one deals with what you might call mental telepathy. I'm wondering if you've ever had a similar experience and learned something by mental telepathy, the way I do in the story I'm to tell you now. This is a true story. And it happened way back when I was about 14 years of age. That's way back in 1951. I lived in England in that time, and I had a family of 2 brothers and 2 sisters, plus mum and dad. Of course, that family's been reduced over time now, and I only have 2 sisters left and myself, but many years have passed. But to the story. It's 1951, early, and I'm sitting in a picture theatre in London, England. There's a comedy film on with Bud Abbott and Lou Costello playing, and it was a tremendously funny film. The theatre was packed with people, and every now and again the whole auditorium would burst with laughter as something happened on the screen. And we're laughing away merrily, and there was tears of laughter running down my cheeks. I was doubled up in laughter. It was so funny. And then suddenly I stopped laughing. It was as though somebody had clamped a hand over my mouth. I just stopped laughing, and I suddenly had this feeling, a very vague feeling, but it was there nevertheless, which implored me to go home immediately. So I got out of my seat, made my way out of the theatre, waited for the bus, caught the bus home, and then I walked the distance to my house. As I turned into my street, my house, I could see my house up the road a bit. There was a small crowd of maybe 8 or 9 people standing outside the house, and 2 motor vehicles. Now, motor vehicles were a bit of a rarity in the London suburbs in the 1950s. One of them was an ambulance. The second car was a police car. I went inside the house, and there was a small group of people inside the house. And my mother was lying down on a sofa, being comforted by her sister, my auntie. And I wondered what it was all about. I could hear the babble and the muted voices, and then it became clear to me. My elder brother, Tippy, had taken his own life. He'd committed suicide. He'd hanged himself inside the house. Well, I don't know what drew me home like that particular instant, but I'm pretty sure it was some sort of mental telepathy, perhaps the anguish of my own mother, perhaps the dread of my own brother, who knows? But I certainly believe in mental telepathy. There was no reason at all, no logical reason for me to come out of the picture theatre in a film I was really enjoying and then hurry home, scurry home as fast as I could. But that was only part of the story. Afterwards, after the funeral, I started to see Tippy's ghost around the house. He had a habit of putting his head around the door, sticking his head around the door and smiling. And this happened 1 or 2 times, maybe more than that, after he'd passed on. Well, I thought I was imagining it. I thought, this can't be right. This is just my imagination. He used to do that, I'm remembering it. And then one day, my elder sister, Ada, said to me, "Have you seen Tippy sticking his head around the door? I keep seeing him sticking his head around the door like he used to." And that's when I realised this wasn't my imagination. If two of us could see Tippy's ghost, if that's the word, ghost, sticking his head around the door at us, it couldn't be imagination. It had to be something more. So these are two phenomena in what I call Metaphysics and You, this series, of real experiences which have happened to me. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you? If you have, put some remarks in the remark column. Thank you.